Hey, 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 you guys. It's Denise Walsh here. Welcome back to another live in the Become a Dream Life Coach Facebook group. If you are new or you're listening on YouTube, be sure to like and comment, tell us where you are from, and join the group. If you are not already in the free Facebook group, Become a Dream Life Coach, you need to be, because each and every Monday night, we connect and talk about what it means to build a thriving coaching business. I, as a clinical psychologist turned dream life coach, love to support you in the content you're utilizing with your clients to help them achieve breakthroughs, but also how to actually get your message out into the world so you have people raising their hand saying, I need that. Sign me up yesterday. I think that's what we all want, isn't it? At least I do. I know I do, because the work works. And when you're doing something you love, you want to shout it from the rooftop. So welcome, welcome. Facebook user says she's from North Carolina. Glad to have you here. If you could press, there's a link in the description. I hope that allows you so I can see your name. That'd be awesome. All right. Well, today we have a really special guest, and I think a lot of you are going to resonate with her story. She is coming from the corporate world. She was burnt out, overworked, underpaid. There was no next step, no ladder to climb, and for several years was restless and ready for her next thing, but she didn't quite know what that was. However, just a few months ago, we'll have to double check with her. I think it's like less than 6 months. She said yes to becoming a dream life coach. She's gotten certified. She has left her corporate world, and she is starting her coaching and consulting business called The Prime Leadership. And now she's taking employees and corporations through her content to help, number one, companies have healthy employees. And number two, for employees and managers to be able to give their best at work, love what they do, and impact the people around them. Because here's the deal, right? When your people win, everything grows. And so, big dream life welcome to Carollee. Yay!
Hello.
The crowd
Thank
goes
you for
wild.
having me.
Well, I'd love to hear, before we talk about what you're doing now, I'd love for you to share a little bit about what life was like before you said yes to Dream Life Coaching, and then why you eventually said, this is what I need.
Actually, and I don't even think you know this, but actually, I was interested in becoming a life coach, but I wanted to do it more on the health coaching side. I don't know if it was going to help me get myself together as far as health and wellness, but whenever I joined, I heard about all of these niches and everybody doing this with their certification and that with their certification, and I thought, I actually have a passion for leadership anyway, and I just kind of kept brewing on that. So I just knew that my niche would be somewhere in leadership, manager training, something like that, with helping people love their jobs.
Yeah. And so tell us a bit about how long you had been at your corporate job. Were you burnt out? What was life like in that space?
I had been with the company that I had just left around 10 years. I've been doing management leadership for about 15 years. I wasn't necessarily burnt out as much as I was maxed out. So it's kind of, the company was great to me, but I just felt like I couldn't give anymore. And I just didn't, and my heart was kind of going towards this life coach area. So I just kind of knew that this was probably going to be the end of the road for me as far as the corporate world. It just wasn't for me anymore. It really didn't have anything to do with the actual company, but just my position, I was a little bit maxed out and I didn't think I had anything left to offer. So I just knew it was time for me to make that change.
Right. So at the end of the day, did you come home feeling refueled, or did you come home feeling drained?
I came home feeling drained. And I think it was just because of a combination of many things, personal for me. When you don't have good work-life balance, you're not your best self at work. You're not your best self at home. So I couldn't offer my job, and my boss, who was wonderful. She's like a mentor to me, but I felt like I wasn't giving her 100%, which wasn't really fair. And I wasn't giving my family 100%. So, and I'll probably elaborate that more if we speak about the 90-day U-turn program, because I think that's where I kind of saw that shift.
Okay. Yeah. So you first said yes to the certification program because you were like, all right, I want another stream of income. I want to become a life coach. I want to add value in a new way. What about the certification program itself where you're like, this is the one?
I think when I first spoke to you, when I was in the spa, when I first spoke to you, I truly felt that you could hold me accountable to the things that I tried doing on my own. And I just didn't really have the discipline to stick with it. And I thought, if I'm going to pay for this program, then I'm going to do it right. So, and I felt like it was a lot easier for me to stay on track with your customized plan that you gave me. And I mean, you see, I've been on track ever since. I've probably moved up goals. I've made goals and moved them up. So it's just truly worked for me. I've never been able to finish anything. So I felt like this could be my opportunity to finally finish and meet a goal and just continue to make goals and meet them, make goals and meet them. So that's where my decision came from on the business program.
Yeah, because it's a little bit of both, right? There's the path.
Yes.
So it's like step 1, step 2, step 3.
Yes.
And then there's one-on-one connection with me, but also the group connection with all the other coaches. And so you guys all support each other. You see,
Yes.
People who are 3 steps ahead of you, and the new coaches coming in are inspired by you, and we all get to hold each other accountable. But then you do have the one-on-one option if you're like, okay, I've got to brainstorm or I've got specific questions.
Right.
So it's a little bit of everything. And so the first step in the certification program is to go through 90-day U-turn yourself. And there's a lot of reasons for this, right? Number one, I want you to love the content, and you can't love it if you don't do it. So we want to do it ourselves, so then we can have our own breakthroughs and our own aha moments so you can enjoy the content. And that way, when you're doing it with clients, you believe in it. You know that it's awesome because of your own growth. The other piece of it is your own growth. A lot of times coaches come in and they're like, I really want to, but am I good enough? Will people listen to me? All these kind of stinking thinking or self negative, what's the word? Comparisonitis thoughts.
Yes.
And so the 90-day U-turn as a client helps you to bust through any of those limiting beliefs and heal through some of old hurts and all that kind of stuff. And then we get to be in the support coach role. So tell me what 90-day U-turn was like your first round when you were truly a client in engaging in the content yourself.
Right. I think one of the turning points for me was the speaking life I think it was week 4 or 5 was when I started really seeing things change and things falling into place. And, you hear all about affirmation, speaking positivity in your life or whatever, but learning about the subconscious and how that subconscious truly absorbs things that you don't even give it permission to absorb. The influences, I don't want to give away your program, but there was a section there that you had to write down who you hung around with. I think it was the 5 people that you hung around with. And what kind of limitations do you have on what they say, what they do, what they talk about, how they act or whatever. And then that same lesson was, now should you limit them more? Should you separate completely away from them? And I think that was truly eye-opening for me, because there were people in my life that I couldn't necessarily separate, But now that I was aware of the things that they talk about were influencing me, without my permission, really, just by being around it, I was able to kind of distance myself away from that talk. So, I mean, those kind of things matter, and you don't know that unless you have someone, show you and prove to you that you are who you hang with, you are what you talk about. And those things were very key in my pivot with the whole 90-day U-turn. And then after that, I came up with my signature program. I would nail down all kinds of things, and everything was just at a healing point from there. I was just like, I let go of a lot of things right there at week 5. So
it's amazing. It's like, what can really change in 3 months? And a lot,
yes,
a lot really can,
if you do the
especially
work.
especially with intentional conversation. And, it's laid out in a way where it's step by step by step by step. So by week 4, week 5, you've gotten to know the ladies in the group. You feel safe. There's intentional conversations that help you to release the old stuff, but also
Right.
grab a hold of new stuff. And that's where you saw a lot of the breakthrough.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. And then the second round, you get to be a support coach. And I have found
Yes.
this is where coaching confidence really, really grows, because people will message me and they'll go, "Oh my gosh, that was so much fun." And how was that for you? How did you really gain confidence in your skills through the support coach opportunity?
Well, I got lucky, and I got a couple of really, really awesome gals. So, but I will say, we won't mention any names, but one of the girls that I have, she is just a phenomenal person, and she's super smart. She's got all these degrees, and she just has, she has everything together, but everything was just kind of everywhere. She just did not know how to pull things to, one area. She had so many ideas, and I thought, my goodness, that's exactly how I felt. I remember, I think my second call with you, I was like, I have all these ideas, and you were like, hone it to one signature program, and then you can kind of branch out. So with that, I was able to also, give her that kind of coaching. And probably after our third call, she already has her idea for her, the name of her business. She kind of has it nailed down to, the type of audience that she wants to, work with. And just seeing her settle from the first time from the first call that we had to, like, I think we're now on the 4th or 5th call, just seeing her so settled and so, just confident has been so, it's been very rewarding for me. I know I didn't do anything. I just asked her questions, but just seeing that unfold, like, that's when I knew that I'd love doing this coaching, life
Yeah,
coaching job.
you saw it work in front of your own eyes.
Yes.
And you had
Yes.
the tools to support her on her journey.
Yes.
So it sounds like you felt confident in the sense of you knew what to do, you knew what to say, you knew how to respond,
Right.
and you were able to create a space for her
Mm-hmm.
to experience her own success. I always say, oftentimes people will say, "Well, who's going to want to listen to me?" And all these fears that pop up. And I say, actually,
Yeah.
nobody really cares about you.
Right. Right.
It's not about you. It's about the space you create for your client. And so you did a great job of creating that space for them to feel safe and like they trust you, and you were able to affirm
Mhm.
their journey. And because of that space and the probing questions, your clients were able to settle and secure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so how did that build confidence in you, seeing their transformation?
Um, I think it has to do with, it's almost like with one of my clients that's in 90-day U-turn. I almost live vicariously through her a little bit, because I kind of wish I would have applied what I know now to my managers whenever I was working in the corporate world. So there's a lot of things that I kind of wish that I think I could have done better at my job. So when I see her do that, and I see her taking the just the because we're not advising, right? We're not giving advice. We're not doing anything, but just taking that guidance that I give her, the questions that I ask for her, gives me confidence that I'll be able to help those corporate teams, those, companies now in a different way, because I know now a more successful way of making it about them and having them figure it out, where I was always problem solving. Now I'll know what questions to ask to have them kind of solve their own problems. Kind of gives them empowerment to do that too. So it makes everybody, feel a lot better, when it kind of unfolds that way.
Well, it's one thing for the exercises and the coaching to work for you. It's
Yeah.
another thing when you see it work for other people. And
Right.
once you know what you have your hands on, it's like, everybody needs to know this. And so
Yeah.
now you get to go to corporations and work with teams and leaders to support the managers and, effectively leading. But you're also helping employees who are feeling restless and ready for their next step on their career trajectory. You're creating a program that supports the corporation and the employees. And so tell us a little bit about the program you are creating. And for those that don't know, as a Dream Life coach, you have the ability to sell 90 Day U-Turn itself, which is really unique because again, it's a whole program. I've got people within their first 4 months starting to make money because they're able to start selling that program as a support coach. But you are taking what you learned in 90 Day U-Turn and the clinical skills and creating your own Prime Leadership program. So tell us what your Prime Leadership program is about.
Okay. So I am almost finished with creating the Focus Leadership program. It's for Prime Leadership. That's the name of my company. So my signature program is called Focus Leadership, and it's an 8-week program. I do take several things that I learned out of 90 Day U-Turn. I do kind of apply them more to a career focus. So probably the first couple of weeks, we touch on personal development, a lot of things that we learned out of 90 Day U-Turn. I also plan on, plugging in your link in there just in case they want to do like a deeper dive into their personal development. But I did take some of the things that you have taught us and plugged them into kind of the first couple of weeks, just so that they can kind of take that personal responsibility for like decision making and stuff, because that's going to be super important when they are leading a team. So, you can't, unless you're responsible for all the decisions that you're making, you're not going to know how to lead a team of decision makers as well. So, and then, it falls into, your career focus. I'm hoping that this program will help people feel fulfilled with their job, whether they are just kind of like I was maxed out. Maybe they need to change careers. I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to talk anybody out of like their job or quit their jobs or anything like that. Maybe they're in a place where they want to be promotable. I just want to help them on those skills. Maybe they want to move up the ladder. Maybe they just want to do something totally different, so that maybe I can kind of customize also something through that program, because I'm going to offer some one-on-one coaching with it as well. So maybe I can customize something for them to figure out if it's something that they're kind of really want to change, or maybe start their own business. I don't know. So, and maybe I might get some people that are fresh out of college and they don't know what they want to do yet. So I just kind of want to help everybody step into, that career area to where they're going to want to go to work. They're going to want to come home, and everything just is balanced. There's no stress, or there's a very little amount of stress. I know it's kind of not realistic to say there's no stress, but, I do feel like people can be fulfilled in what they do. And if they're not, they can make those choices that's needed in order to have that work-life balance they've always dreamed of.
Awesome. I love it. So you're helping them relight their spark and
Yes.
identify their personal strengths, what come naturally to them, what would they really like to do, and even the mindset stuff, thought traps,
Yes.
and taking ownership of their thoughts and their actions, that kind of thing. But then also saying time management and maybe
Yes.
boundary setting, a lot communication skills, several things within your program will support your clients at work in the corporate
Mhm.
setting and at home. And that's the
Right.
goal, right? Is to live a life
Mhm.
we love. And so we want to live a life that don't want to escape from, but that we
Right.
truly enjoy. So you're helping them find that work-life balance by infusing
Mhm.
their spark in their work, but then also back at home. And we have someone who says, I am so happy for you. You have already helped me. And she's so
Oh,
grateful. So thank you I'm guessing,
thank
let me see.
you.
Let me see who that is. I'm guessing it's Chrissy, but I have to go to the Facebook group too,
Okay.
to see who actually said that. Oh, Patricia. That's Patricia.
Oh, yay. I
Yay,
love her.
Patricia. And so a couple last questions. Number one, is one of your favorite clinical skills that you learned was called solution focused brief therapy. And there's a list of questions that I give you to support clients and
Mhm.
taking them through this journey of, what's really going on, kind of out of monkey mind into their heart, into problem solving. And so tell me a little bit about why you enjoy having these list of questions and how you found them helpful.
Well, I love problem solving, and if I'm not allowed to problem solve for people, then I wanted those questions that I could ask in order to help them and guide them to figuring out what was the issue with whatever they're having. Um, so I love those set of questions because it helps me find out, you know, you know, whatever they answer, I'll just know kind of what to ask them next or whatever. I kind of designed my drawing board method that I do in my program, kind of with that method that with the solution based questions. And so just because I feel like it just allows them to kind of brain dump everything, they can categorize whatever it is, like if it's time and they're trying to manage their time. I always try to make them put it in priorities or things that they need to prioritize, because you can't really manage time if you think about it. Time is time and it's doesn't change. So, we just kind of take your priorities and we just plug them in somewhere else if we need to. And so that's really where my drawing board method kind of came from. So I don't know. I really do like that method.
It
It
draws
brings
it
out.
out of people. It
Mhm.
draws it out
Right.
of people. And so our job as coaches, like you said, is not to tell people what to do or give them strong advice or be the answer. Our job is to help them figure out their own answer. And so these
Right.
probing questions guide the conversation, and a lot can come out that you can then work with. And then the other question I have is about the Dream Life Adventure, because we just came back from Costa
Mhm.
Rica. The Dream Life Adventure
Oh,
was
so
a part
fun.
of the certification program, and we had 4 certified coaches there. They got to facilitate a session, and lots of conversations, breakthrough conversations,
Not
but
mine.
then also, yay, her Dream Life coaching plaque. Yes.
Yeah.
But coaching conversations, business conversations, aha
Mhm.
moments happening in the pool and on the van ride. If somebody's curious and interested about becoming a Dream Life coach, why is the retreat a part? Like, why do you think that that's an important piece to the puzzle?
Because we did not have any distractions. I mean, everything was geared toward whether it was just alone time that you gave us to journal. We had a set schedule, which was perfect, because then we could, if we wanted to get up early and go out on the beach and just sit and pray or meditate or whatever we want to do, we wanted to journal, we could do that. We just it was so relaxing, even though we had something to do all the time. It was just still so relaxing and so fun. And it was just a great reset. And we were in Costa Rica. Like, how could you not have any fun there? I mean, we just had the best time. So, and across really high, tall bridges. so,
You,
so
yeah,
conquered, I mean, you just conquer fears while you're still having fun. And it's just a breakthrough. And you're just, and I don't know, you're just with a bunch of people that weren't with a bunch of people. We were just, there was a bunch of us, but it was a small bunch and it was the perfect bunch. And it was just, we all connected so well together, I feel like.
it was
Um,
a really special group.
it really
Tell
was.
everybody about the dream dinner.
Oh gosh, that was so fun. I think, I don't know about everybody else, but I kind of felt famous. I kind of felt like I was already rich. I mean, it
Woo-hoo.
was just so fun, like just pretending that we were already in our dream life of what we're, dreaming now. We just talked like we were already there. And it wasn't weird to any of us. It was really, truly the most fun that we've ever had. Just showing, I mean, some of us had books that they had already written and they had brought their books, and some of us that were writing books made their little props. And it was just adorable and so fun. Yeah.
It really
It
is
was a
like the
trip of a lifetime.
exclamation point, right? Because
Yes.
we gain clarity throughout the weekend. We clear cobwebs. We build our
Yes.
belief in what's possible. By the end, people were saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm actually almost there." Like it's
Right.
so tangible. It's super close. And then we talk at the dream dinner as if it's already been done. And when
Right.
we get home, shifts are already made. We're
Right.
already making moves because it feels so tangible and real.
Yeah. I mean, our paths are physically crossing people that are going to be perfect for what we are doing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we still have our group text going, and we had one of us that said, I literally just went to, I don't know if she got her hair done or something. I couldn't remember if it was like and I just started talking to this girl that was perfect for everything that I'm doing. And it was just like, she just fell in her lap. And I was like, it's because we
Yeah.
manifested that the whole week.
Yeah. The
So
how shows up.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
So if somebody is sitting here and they are just like you, maybe they're maxed out, maybe they're burned out, maybe they're restless, maybe they are ready for their next step and they don't quite know how, they have this idea of becoming a coach and impacting people in a new way, but they don't
Mhm.
really know the steps to take or how to do it. What would you say to them about getting started in the Dream Life certification program?
Well, you can always go do the 90-day U-turn. Anybody can do the personal development. That is a very deep dive. So much comes out, and everybody, I just see so much relief. I know I had relief, and then now that I'm coaching them, you just see so much relief and pivotal moments in people. You can always at least do that, and then we always get how many that upgrade to the business because it is just already something that they know that they want to do. And we're a group of, everybody has like different niches,
Mhm.
all of us, but it doesn't really, we all still bounce off each other. So you think that people that have all these different things that we talk about, that it would just take forever, but it really doesn't, because we're all still personally developing and we all still need coached. So, I mean, if anything, join the 90-day U-turn. And I have no doubt that if this is something, they'll feel that if they need to change, they'll upgrade to that business program, because I mean, I know it's helped me definitely keep myself on track and disciplined for sure and accountable.
Yeah. The reality is if it were easy, we'd already be doing it, right? So there's a
Correct.
reason why we keep stirring and we keep being restless and we're like, I want to, but, and then life
Yeah.
happens, or we have to do laundry, or we're stressed out from work, or all these things. But once we have the roadmap and once we have
Hmm.
the support and the accountability, you can do so much in 6 months. So,
Yeah.
like Carollee said, the personal development piece is always first, whether you're in the certification program or you just want to start with 90-day U-turn. And then you can certainly upgrade as you decide, like, yes, this is content that
Yes.
I love.
And for me
So,
too, I'll just add one more thing real quick. I'm 49. So at first, you think, oh my God, I'm getting to my half century celebration, right? And you think, I can't make a change when I'm closer to retirement than I'm not. So I hope that nobody else feels that way. And that's something that I really want to plug into my own program, because I don't want anybody, if they are getting older, feeling like they can't make that career change, because I know I did. And I'm 49. And I'm making that change. And I'm so much happier because of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. The time's going to go by anyway. You might as
Yeah.
well find a way to enjoy it. And I
Right.
often tell people too, you don't have to quit your job to start a coaching business, right? There's
Nope.
so many ways that you
Mhm.
can either infuse the coaching into what you're already doing or start building that side hustle, because there's a lot you can do on the nights and weekends, or even when you're at work sometimes.
Right. Right.
So tell us what is next for you. You have had the ability to leave your job. When is your next program starting? Tell us what you're up to now.
Okay. So my Focus Leadership e-course, I'm launching it next month. It might be more towards the end of next month, but I will be launching it next month. I'm doing it as a beta group, so it will be, half price this time. I'm really hoping that I can get some people joining it, because I have some special things planned for this very first group. Trust me, I'm working very, very hard on making this a special beta group. So if you join that first beta group, you're going to get some special treatment that I'm not even going to give to those that end up paying full price. So just for believing in me. So I hope that you all will join that next month. So I'll be posting that on my Facebook and my LinkedIn as well.
Awesome. Awesome. So follow Carollee on her Facebook, follow her on LinkedIn. We'll post the links to those in the comments of this video so you can stay connected to what she's doing. I'm thinking this is Patricia, says the drawing board method works. It is so powerful. And I love that you said we don't manage time, we manage priorities.
Yes.
Awesome. So the people that go through your program are going to have their spark relit, their path clear, and are going to create a life they love with the time work balance needed in order to have a work life they love, but also a home life that they love.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Carollee, for sharing your thoughts and your wisdom with us tonight. You guys give her some love. She has worked hard for the past 6 months. She has intentionally connected in 90 Day U-Turn. She's done the work herself. She's been an amazing support coach to other clients, building her coaching confidence. And then she's already creating and launching her next program. And so I know that you can think about becoming a coach for a decade, right? Or within 6 months, you can actually do the dang thing like Carollee. So if you're interested in learning more about becoming certified and starting your own business, launching 90 Day U-Turn yourself, etc., comment coach below and I'll reach out and we can set up a conversation to see if it's a good fit for you too. So thank you so much, Carollee. Have an awesome, awesome night. And to everyone, we'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye.